As we all know, Ben Affleck is set to play the new Batman in the upcoming Man of Steel 2 in 2015, but little else is known about the project. One question many people had is how well would Affleck, considered to be one of the best directors in Hollywood right now, work with director Zack Snyder? In a recent interview, Affleck said the following: "What I'll say is that I really like Zack. From what I've seen of what Zack is doing, it's made me very excited." One of the nice things about being an actor in that movie is they show you all the stuff before anyone else gets to see it. So all the sort of world creation and the take on the character and the other characters is really exciting. And at the end of the day, the truth is, it's really directors that make movies work or not, especially these kinds of movies. Schnepp, what do you make of Affleck's comments?
Well, I think his comments are very telling. I think he believes in Zack Snyder's ability to make these kinds of movies. These kinds of movies being giant blockbusters. Ben Affleck's movies that he's directed are human movies. Yeah. They're all about real human stories and struggles. And when he says that, he's worded it very carefully, I think, in a smart way. These kinds of movies being like super big, blockbuster, tentpole films with people smashing each other through buildings, larger than life characters like Batman, a character he's playing. So I think he's given all of his trust to Zack Snyder and being the actor filling that role. And also, you know, I mean, he's probably brought on to fill out and help out with other areas of production, but as an actor is how he's speaking about the role. So, and I think he's smart to talk that way, you know. I believe what he's saying, so.
Aaron?
I think this is kind of a weird statement to make because maybe he is really excited about everything that Zack Snyder brings to the table. Maybe he really believes in this project and that the fact it will be very successful. But at the same time, I think there's a little bit of hesitancy there. I think he's maybe trying to lift the blame off his shoulders for what happened with Daredevil, or maybe he's expressing hesitancy about Superman and how he will be received in the role of Batman in this movie. So I'm a little bit, I don't know how I feel about this. I'm not exactly sure what he means by these comments. What do you think, John?
Well, I mean, on the one hand, Ben Affleck and Warner Brothers and DC have to know very clearly that there was going to be a lot of controversy about Ben Affleck taking this role. And I have to believe that only ups the stakes that Ben Affleck had to really believe in the director and the direction of a movie if he's going to step in and play Batman. Because let's face it, as much as I think the casting of Ben Affleck was a brilliant move and that it's going to work out great, if Ben Affleck botches this, or if this movie ends up being a stinker, he will never wash off that smell. That stink will stick with him for the rest of his career.
Or at least 20 years.
Mm-hmm. Or at least 20 years at that point.
A long time.
So, so when I think about that, and then I pair that with these statements, I think, yeah, Affleck really did have to honestly, legitimately, 100% believe in Zack Snyder as a director, since he's putting his career in his hands.
Yeah.
And as one of the most celebrated directors in Hollywood right now himself, and he has to really believe in the direction that Snyder wanted to go. So because of that, the potential stink wash that he'll have to do after this, if it's not any good, I'm gonna say I believe these comments. So
if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to AMC Movie News on YouTube. It's free and a great way to stay updated with all the latest movie news and check out our daily show, AMC Movie Talk. Also, don't forget to check us out on Facebook and Twitter to stay in the loop for our special prizes, giveaways, and contests.